The chonker.
Look at him. I will show you guys every single page of the chunkiest sketchbook that I own. Okay, so this is a Pandero sketchbook, I believe. I think it had 60 pages, but I added in a couple here and there. I started this one back in March, I believe. But then I neglected it for
I think like half a year.
and then I did like most of it in a month or two. And it's already also been like a month, almost a month that I finished it, so it's been some time since I looked through it. I started this one as a travel sketchbook, that's why it's just sketches here in the beginning, and then it just evolved into some sort of scrapbook, commonplace book, sketchbook, everything. And I had so much fun in the sketchbook, I just stuck in whatever. And it really is falling apart. I taped it, but the tape is getting off, so I really hope that it won't fall apart. Also, if you compare it to how it used to look when it was new, my. I only have a little Hello Kitty sticky art. I have a little Hello Sticky Kitter. Yes, that's what I have. On the front, I really like this one. I think it's so cute. And then on the back, there's a cat, but it's kind of faded, but that's fine. Let's start. Okay, so first up, I'm not able to lay this flat, obviously, but the very first page says Welcome 21. It's my 21 sketchbook, so that's why it says 21. And this is a little tiny otter, like print that a friend of mine gave me. I don't know where it came from, but I think it's cute. This was my swatch page that I also kept on there. Yeah, it's a 9x14 Pandero sketchbook for sketching, pencils, charcoal, coloring pencils, etc. I did a lot more than that, but oh well. I actually started this sketchbook in a video. It's pretty old at this point in my opinion, but I went to the library and I just sketched a whole bunch there, which was actually relaxing. So this is the library, for example, and this is some things that I sketched there. In the beginning, like I said, it's a bunch of sketching, travel sketching. I said to myself, I will not use this at home, and only when I'm
somewhere,
like on a travel. These I also drew at the library, Nezuko and Tanjiro from Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. And another little Nezuko. The sketchbook is very small, so whenever I wanted to draw full body, it was a bit of a struggle. But this one, as well as the next couple pages, I made when I went to a cafe with a friend. I'm really not sure what's happening there, but continue. Shilian from Heaven Official's Blessing. I'm sorry the lighting is changing a bit in this first couple minutes. Let me figure out
how my camera works, yeah.
And then I went to Berlin with a friend and I took the little sketchbook with me. We visited a lot of museums there and I drew some of the sketches or some of the statues. So this is Nika, the goddess of victory. I have this Unipin brush pen and I love it so much. I haven't used it much recently, but ooh, the line variety was great. And these were a bunch of paintings instead of statues. Very, very quick, just in the museum. This was a statue as well. I get really tired at this point. This is definitely Hermes because I put it right there. And I actually redrew him because I didn't like it. And I'm not sure. They're both kind of bad. So yeah. Later that month, I also went to London.
Very great planning of me.
But I didn't really do anything there. I guess, except
eat chicken.
And I went to Waterstones. And then this was a little goose that I drew back at home. This was also when I was with a friend. I drew the cafe where we were sitting, my drink, a random lady, and then some people there. This one is, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, okay, so this was already June, so this was 3 months in, and as you can see, I did not do a whole lot of it in this. This is when I met the people from my new school where I go to now. So that's really funny seeing their names here back when I didn't know them and now they're my classmates. And I don't know what this is. I think I asked them what I should draw and I drew that. I don't know what this is there. I got Sonic stamps.
They were pretty bad,
but I think they're really cute. And this is when I bought this Olympus camera. I used it a lot back then. Now I don't use it that often anymore because it's kind of heavy. But it's really fun taking pictures with a digital camera, with an old digital camera, and a cow. And then this is kind of where the scrapbooking begins, but not really. It's like a prequel. I have this really cool wrapping paper that this is not the first time you see it. I've had it in many videos since then. These were from sardines. I don't know what it was with these sardines. I didn't like them at all, but I like the packaging, so I put that in there. This is from some spread that you put on your bread that a friend gave me, and I was like, I'll keep that, I'll treasure it. And this is a whole bunch of random things. It's from a thrift store. I don't even know what this coin is from. And then a little fox. And this is from around the time that I did my pressed flowers video. I pressed a whole bunch of flowers. I got really obsessed with it because there were really pretty flowers outside. And here's a couple of them. Stuck them in here with tape. Yeah, okay, so these were pieces from my manga wall. This one, I had to rearrange my manga wall a little bit. I ripped this one apart. You can't even really see it. And a piece of my wall came with it, so I decided to stuck that in there as well. Another flower and then Makima that I cut out. And this is sort of the beginning of the scrapbooking. This one is really bad. I promise I get better at scrapbooking. But here I just put a whole bunch of random stuff in there. This is from coffee. This is from a zoo. Someone put sugar all in my bag. Like, I just went and played at the playground, dumped my bag at some of my friends, and when I came back there was sugar all over it. Like, what did I do? This is actually from a Burger King in London. Interesting. This is from some sort of festival. And then Bolo. Bolo is my love. This is actually one of the few spreads where I wrote like a lot on the page. It just has random thoughts, random things I didn't want to forget in numerous languages. I don't know if you want to read those. Here I was testing out some old markers of mine, seeing if they still worked. I think it's kind of interesting. Another really random page where I just stuck random things in there. We have a Hello Kitty sticker. I think this is when I bought my stickers. A real flower. I don't even know what this is from. Oh, I think when I bought my loop earrings. And then I got new fine liners, so I also tested those out. Then here we have mostly candy. And then like one of my all-time favorite teas. This one is so yummy yummy. I would recommend it. Kind of like made it look like there's a little tea bag in there. And I think this is from a lollipop. And I got the lollipop and I was so excited to eat it because I had a lollipop at a restaurant. And then I dropped it and it just exploded. But I took another one, so all was good. This is another one of my first attempts at scrapbooking. I started collecting like random papers and, you know, trash for scrapbooking, and this is kind of where I tried combining them for one of the first times. There's a sticker there. This is actually, no wait, I think I just, okay, I stuck this in here, I think. I don't know, this is a flower, very cute, a bee. And then this I stuck in here. It is a little cardboard of a coffee. And I stuck it in here and I drew on the other side with paint pens and some other things. Here are Durabras. I was so excited. I love Durabras. They're so pretty. I bought them for myself and then a week later they died. I was like, okay, never mind. Here it's already getting a little more cohesive in terms of scrapbooking. Mostly steam trains. I got this booklet that had a whole bunch of steam trains in there. And then some old art. I think this one's neat. I don't know when it's like one page because they're so thick. Here the theme is blue, as you can probably see. I stuck a whole bunch of blue things in here. I had these prints for years and I finally decided to use them. It was really tedious to cut all of these out, but I think it's kind of cute like this. And this one some of you might recognize. I have a video of the process for this entire spread as well as the next one. This one was so much fun. I just went through all of the things that I own, picked like a theme which is just a very orangey sort of vintage theme, a whole bunch of flowers, and I stuck all of them in here and I had so much fun with that. So much fun cutting things out. This is actually also an additional page that I stuck in there or taped in there. And on the other side the theme kind of continues with Promised Neverland cutouts. Yeah, I still think this one is neat. Next up, I drew a boat. I went to the harbor and I drew one of the boats and it was really cold and I didn't like it, so I kind of rushed it in the end. But I had fries while eating these, those were good. But yeah, more steam trains, more steamboats. On the next spread, this was around the time when I bought Blue Period volume in Japanese, and if you know the Japanese, they put so much random stuff in there, so this was all around it. Except for the bananas. I don't know what that's doing there. And I kind of made a little collage with all of that. Then actually some drawing for once. I felt like I should draw more. Picked a random color palettes and just doodled a bit with it. I don't think there was much thought behind any of these. Here I kind of tried doing an underpainting, but with water-based markers, which, you know, it's not really how that works, but I still think it's cute. I tested out my inks again. I have these really old inks that I pretty much never used, and I wanted to try them out. And I don't know, I didn't like it. But it was almost fall. The weather was getting, well, it wasn't actually. The calendar said that it would be fall soon, but it was still like 30 degrees Celsius outside, so it didn't really feel like fall, but it was almost fall. This is, I just stuck a whole bunch of things in here that were from numerous, I don't even know. And this is the first time that I used the same inks to like really just make the page yellow, and it worked really well. It bled through obviously, but it was a nice way of just adding color to the page. The next spread I'm gonna skip because it has something very personal on it. But here we have some black and white manga panels that I cut out and just kind of collected, as well as this little cat sticker. I didn't have the heart to cut this, so I just folded it. Not the best. These were all the stickers from my laptop. This is a beer that I just kind of entirely put in there. So for school, I was researching a lot about Rococo, and I printed out so many things, and I have like dozens of just things printed out, and I used some of those to make a little collage. Here I put a different piece of colored paper, and it has a really nice texture, and it just adds, you know, adds thickness to the sketchbook. And on the other side, I just put, once again, like red ink on the background to set a theme, and I went around with that. So we got a little bus, we got a little sketch of a vampire that's there. Mikey, the sticker that is clear so you can't even see it, but as a kid I was scared of this girl, so that's really funny. Next up, something a little more simple. Once again, adding ink to the background to just make it blue. And I just wanted to write a quote in here, and the first thing I thought of was "Time will pass." And I really like this quote because it has four letters, so you can really play with that. Not that I did that here, really. And then a bunch more of those wrapping paper that I love it. This took like 4 coats or something before it was like really opaque. I think I went over this with gouache actually. I first used acrylic paint pens and it wouldn't work. And then I went over it with gouache with a little paintbrush. That's crazy. Orange and green. I love the combination of orange and green. I think it's so underrated. Wow, interact. Oh no, that's gonna come off. I do really like the sticker though. I got it from a classmate. It's so cute. I also got these from classmates. They're so nice. I think this was around the time when I started school, so I was getting to know everyone. Ooh, this is okay, so it kind of faded, but this was black wall paint, and it was so deep, like it was so matte and textured, and I really liked it, and I had some left over, so I stuck it in here. At this point, this sketchbook kind of became a place to experiment, just have fun, and just, you know, be brave. I thought of that quote most of the time when there's a quote in here. It was the very first thing I thought of. Same with be brave, and you can see that I did not think this through because...
What is this composition?
Don't worry about it. Today is the day. If you were wondering if you should do something, do it today, my friends. Ooh, this was fun. I had to wait for the train for like 15 minutes, and I didn't feel like waiting. So I picked my sketchbook, and then I drew this. This was so silly. I was like, there was this train standing on the opposite side, and I was like, I'm gonna draw that train, but it's gonna ride away. I won't draw it. And I was like, no, I'm gonna draw it. So I started sketching it, and like maybe 20 seconds later, the train left, and I had to do it from my head, but that's fine. This was a person that was also across the platform. Platform is the word. And this was actually inside the train. Actually, there was this guy sitting here. I think this face turned out so cute. This was fun. I should do this more often. Oh, look at this. Wow, I love this. Every time I open it and I see this, I get so happy. I bought new washi tape here in like the colors of the rainbow, as well as several other colors. And I stuck them in here to test. They're very transparent, but they were also very cheap, so it's fine. And then with a rainbow pencil, I just said, just be yourself. And on the other page... Okay, I was trying to figure out why it didn't bleed through, but this is actually acrylic paint, I think, no ink. So that's why it didn't bleed through. And then on the other side, it has more of that black paint. These were also prints from school that I just cut out. Ooh. This is a syringe. I don't know what they're called in English. It's a flower. I picked it from my garden. Severance. I like the word severance. I think it's a good word. Here I have more of the black paint. I really liked it. It just made such a contrast. So I put a bunch of ginkgo leaves in here mostly. I really like ginkgo leaves. When ginkgo trees turn yellow, it's one of the wonders of the world. And I think a maple leaf that I also stuck in there. But I tried like 4 different ways of sticking this in here, from glue to glue sticks to Mod Podge to... I don't know what I tried. So that's why it's not really black anymore. This is... Ooh, I don't like this one. Someone saw it. I showed this to a friend and they were like...
This just looks like autism to me.
I was like,
What do you mean?
help me be the judge of that. But I picked a random color from a generator and I got this foresty green, and that's one of my least favorite colors because I feel like it's such an unnatural color and I don't like it. But I tried like making a sort of scrapbook around that and I don't like it, so we're gonna skip it. This is a very thick page. A pink page, a Barbie page if you will. I had this Barbie print that I had forever as well. Another 18th century gown, and then more of the gift paper that I use on every other page, as well as a Hello Kitty sticker. And I put a whole bunch of tape and whatever at the back of that. This is this. Ooh, that's why I couldn't find it. I was looking for the spread. Paint. I really like this part. I think the colors. I was testing out acrylic paints and making them thick and whatnot. And this is kind of... I think this is what I had left actually. It was for a school project. This is where I bought new inks. I bought these for Inktober. If you want to see me use them throughout Inktober. And they reminded me of the colors of the world. And then I said, color your own world, because maybe you should. You should color your own world and romanticize your life, because that's gonna make you happy.
Even if it's slightly delusional.
The blob challenge. I think we all know this one at this point. But it's just so effective, and I once again picked the orange and the green because I love that combination, and I just drew a whole bunch of blobs and I made silly creatures with them. And this time I really like them. It's a lot of birds. Like, I don't know, whenever I do a blob challenge, it always turns into animals, and normally I pretty much never draw animals. So if I want to draw animals, I just gotta draw a random blob, I guess. Look at this horse and the mouse, that's so cute. Yeah, this one is kind of faded. This was from a place where I ordered fries. A sticker that I actually made a long time ago. And then a receipt of a restaurant I went to. But there's Mod Podge on top of it, and I did not know that would fade this much. So oops, it's not really visible anymore. Oh, and this is a Harry Potter sticker that I got from a classmate of mine. It's really, I don't know. He was like, do you want a sticker? And I was like, of course I do, I love stickers. This is more of the tea that I mentioned earlier. I love tea, and this is a sticker that I also made actually. Then an orange spread, more or less, because I think orange is an underrated color. Other than that, I don't have that much to say about it. I love this one. I don't know what it's from, it just says it's necessary here. Yeah, I don't know. Stickers, I also made this one, Chilean. And look at this cat sticker! Is there 3? Wait. Wait, you have this one in like a thingy, then the black one, and then there's 2 there. Anyways, really bled through, and it actually gave a very cool effect. This is from coffee, another 18th century woman, some sunflowers, and some leftover scrap. And then this lady, and my mother said she looked like me, but I don't know, I don't think I do. I wish I did, she's very pretty. And I put it on another one of those old German books pages. Next page I'm gonna skip because
I don't think YouTube allows me to show that.
but here I was kind of getting done with the sketchbook. I just wanted to have it finished. I did some 3D little flowers, which I do think is kind of cute with the green background to make it look like a field of flowers or something. This one, however, is kind of funny. I trapped a Kirby in there and it should be able to dance around, although it's not really. There we go. Yeah, that's very silly. It's silly. It's silly. Oh, there he goes. Some circles. I don't have much to say about this. I did this during class. I do remember that. And then I realized that there was still a couple colors that I hadn't used yet. One of which was this deep like pink, and I put power on there because I thought that would fit. I was gonna say I smell something, but I smelled this page. This page, it smells really good, honestly. A little overwhelming. It kind of smelled like a pet shop that I used to go to many years ago when I still had pets. But I put a whole bunch of tea in here, and I honestly really like this layout of the colors. The colors sort of fit together somehow, and it just looks good. I like it. This is almost the last page actually. I bought Nintendo or Miffy tape, and it's so cute. I just couldn't resist buying it. There's some lace in here that I also bought. It says a day in the city, because I bought these. Actually, I have them here. One of them at least. I bought these beads and I threaded them in here actually, and I bought lace for my dress. And then like I said, I was kind of done with it. Oh, I also bought one of those funny scissors or whatever they're called that make like the edge silly. Then I was kind of done with it, and I was at a party with friends, and I was planning to draw myself if I felt like it, but I just made my sketchbook go around some of my friends. So yeah, one of them drew this apple, which is really cool. We got
an Amogus.
I believe this is a CSGO reference, but please don't ask me. I do really like this guy though. Very cute. The duck. He put his phone number there for people to call him, but I think I'm gonna censor that. And this one is so cool. This was from another friend, and they just drew a whole bunch of sharks. So sick. So sick. Look at this. This was drawn by yet another friend.
I have so many friends.
I'm really not sure what it says, but I do think it's really silly. Oh, and then I drew this queen, and I'm actually proud. She got a couple dimples from, I think, this. But that's fine. I drew this because I was mad that my friends were trying to convince me
that the queen or the woman is the lowest in the deck.
I was like,
I don't agree with that. I won't take a sip for that.
So I didn't actually. A friend of mine did. Oh, and we had this ice cream, which was really weird. Kind of weird. Yes, this was someone's birthday. And then almost the last spread.
I got my ears pierced.
I finally got earrings, so that's something. And I ate poffertjes. And then the last spread. This is just the back page, which you can see is falling apart. I taped it here, and I don't know if it shows up, but it was right there, and it already slipped. So I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I'll just put it in my drawer and be done with it. So this is kind of a callback to the first page with the otters, but it also really reminds me of, I was reading Bakuman at the time. I finally finished it. It was a pretty good manga. It's not a manga review, but there's like Otters 11 in there, and it really reminds me of that. On to new experiences and adventures.
I don't know why I wrote that, but
thank you, bye. So I started this the 4th of March and I finished it October 5th, 14th. Oh my god. So that's 7 months, but I think that like this was all September, October, and then this was like before that. So that's kind of funny. This sketchbook was definitely a chunker. I do feel like we went through it rather quickly though, but I have looked a lot at this already, so I'm ready to move on from it. Look at him. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me on this adventure of a sketchbook. I had so much fun in this sketchbook, scrapbooking, trying out new color combinations and just new techniques. Also drew a little bit in it. I know it's not as much drawing as my other sketchbooks, but I hope you guys don't mind that. I think in the near future my channel is kind of, I wouldn't say move away from art, but I have a lot of exciting things planned, and I'm getting into sewing, I'm getting into videography, so it might change a little bit from the draw with me's or sketchbook tours that you guys might be used to, but I will say stay tuned. I will see you next time. Love you all. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. Bye bye.